All right, logging in on the Office DG Office package basically starts with the login screen either from here or via the ICC website, which will be initiated as well. Once the user has an account, they go to the company, type in the company name, the username, and the password. When they log in, the first thing they will see is they have to accept the license agreement. You can read it down, scroll down, read all the context. Just like with any other software package, you have to accept it. When you click yes, you enter into the main screen of the program. On the left side, you have the menu with the modules, the sub-modules, and the user options. Administrator options are only visible for users which have been assigned administrator rights. Basically, the quick way of making a document is starting with the DG info and the document section. In here, you have to select all the UN numbers which need to be added to a shipment. And it can be done by just typing in a UN number if known. Press on the arrow button and you can see the list of applicable UN numbers. You can click on add and it will add to the shipment. On the right side of the screen you have per transport mode, you have information. If you click that, it will open up the information for that transport mode. Like for air, it will show you all the generic dangerous goods information, it shows you the labels, and it gives you the option to go to quantity, packing instructions, state variations, operator variations, or special provisions. If you click one of them, it will open up in the lower part of the screen, and you can read it, or even print it if you like. With the back button, you're always going back to the first screen. What you also can do is search on a part of the name. For instance, if I click for articles, I will get all my substances in the database which relates to articles in one form or another. And this time it's articles explosives, pressurized, pyrotechnics, accepted articles, etc. Also here I can select one and add it to the document. For this shipment I will add some more UN numbers, like this one. For methanol 1230, we'll add that as well. And I will add some lithium nitrate. Now I have all my goods that I want to transport in this shipment I have added to the document, and I can go to create documentation. I can do that via the button in the right upper corner, or I can use one of the quick buttons in the menu bar. For air transport I can go to air document header. Road transport I can go to here, and you see that sea transport is not available because all the items that I've added are violating a segregation rule for sea transport. And there you see that the information pictogram is shown over here. When I go to create documents, I can go to the air document, and it will start loading with my presettings which I have done. So I have created a shipper already, and the shipper is a preset. That's my company, that's where I work for. I've set it all over there. I can also do it for the emergency information, so everything which is assigned is filled in. For consignee, I can do two things, same as for the shipper. I can type it in manually and save it for later use, or I can go to the database of consignees that are already made. For this one I will make a new consignee. Fill in the zip code, a city, a state. When I fill that in, I can save it, and it will get me to the customer section, where it will be added as consignee number 2. I can add some other information if I would like. I can save it. It's added to my database of customers, consignees, shippers. And when I click back, I go back to the document and all my information is added. Then I have the option here to choose if it's a cargo aircraft only shipment or radioactive material shipment. If I know already, I can fill in an error bill number. I can fill in an airport of destination if I like. What I need to fill in is a reference number. My place and date and signature is filled in from the user. I can go to detail, and here I have all my goods that are added to the document. The data as marked on the screen is not okay yet. I have to add something more. And that means unless all my data is okay, I also don't have the option to print it at this moment. To do that, I go to the Air Wizard. I run this, and a second screen opens up in where I can make my packages, let's say it that way. What I can do is I select UN 1993, which I want to pack together with lithium nitrate. When I add the selected to a package, I want to create an all packed in one. The system will show me that it's not allowed, because what I'm trying to do here is pack a class 3 with a class 5.1 together in one box. That violates segregation rules, so the program will stop me here. I have to go back. I have to switch another one because I meant 1230 methanol, which I want to load together in one package. Then I have to pack a basic packing instruction. Am I using passenger or cargo aircraft, or am I using cargo aircraft only? I'm going for passenger and cargo aircraft. I have to select one of the combination packages, which is allowed for both substances. I will go for a plywood box. It's going to be packed in one plywood box. So I'm going to create one all packed in one. I press next, and then I have to fill in the quantity for UN 1993 flammable liquid. In this case, I will load 5 liters in here, and I have to give a chemical technical name. If I forget this and don't do it and click next, the program will pop up again and say you need to give a technical chemical name for this item. And again, I have an option here to type it in manually to come up with a whole technical name. 1, 2, 3, 4, or I can go to the database. Every time I save or I go to next, it will store the chemical technical name in the database for UN 1993, so I can reuse it for next versions. It will show for this substance only, I can go for this UN number, or for all substances. So I can reuse my chemical technical names, and especially it comes in handy when you have long technical names. If I want to print labels for on the boxes as well, I can give in the net quantity here and press next. Then I have to do for the same to do for methanol. I have to fill in the quantity. I try to load 1 liter. And because the Q value is automatically calculated in this section as well, if I'm going over the 1 for the Q value, it will block me again, and I have to reduce value, or I have to pack it in another way. So I can go for 0.5 liters. Again here, fill in the same value, go to next. And now you see that under packages I have created one plywood box. And in that plywood box I have UN 1993 and UN 1230 with the values. The Q value is calculated automatically, and I can show it later on the document. The same I will do for these two. I will pack explosives with class 8, and normally it should be allowed because it's 1,4S. Again here, I have to select which packing instruction I want to use, which allows for both a fiberglass box for 1. Normally this probably will not happen because I'm using a packing instruction 101. That means I need to have a packing approval. But just to show you what it does on screen, I will do this because technically it's possible, but in reality it will probably never happen. Quantity per package, again here I have to fill in for articles explosives a net quantity and an NAQ value, the netto explosive quantity. Again here, 5 kilos. I have to add another chemical technical name. I can look in my database if I have something. Yes, I have the powder. I can make the label if I like. And I have to add something because on the authorization on the document I have to specify who gave me the packaging approval, which competent authority did this. I go to next. I already see here that the maximum allowed quantity is exceeded. I can only load 25 kilos, so I have to take it back or do it in a different way. Same for the 2949. I put in 2 kilos. It's added to the list. Then I will have to add the lithium nitrate as last. Pack them for cargo aircraft only. I'll use a single packaging, an aluminium drum with a removable head. I will have 600 kilos, and now I can ask the program to propose a number of packages, so fill it in the most economical way. And then the program will say, okay, you have 600 kilos, you can load 600, you can load 100 kilos in a packaging, so you have to load it in 6 minimum. I can overrule that and say I have 9 packages, and all 9 contain exactly the same, and then the program will point out that we'll have 9 boxes, 9 packages with 66.67 kilos each. I'll press next and I see that everything is packed. What I can do now is also create an overpack if I like, because these boxes of these packages I know we have placed in an overpack, so I'll mark them and add them to an overpack. I have one overpack. The quantity per overpack is automatically calculated from the content, and if I have multiple overpacks I can specify that here as well. I press next. And now I'm ready with my shipment. I have 2 all packed in ones and 1 overpack on the document. I click exit, and now you see that all my data is marked as OK, and I have the option to print the document. If I click print, the system will generate a PDF form, and the PDF form contains the shipment declaration as is, with all the information. And as you can see over here, it automatically puts an overpack on the top of the list, and it will calculate the Q values, and it will give me all the information that I need here. From here I can print it, or I can use my PDF viewer to email it, or to send it to somebody else, or to do whatever I like with it, or even store it in an archive if I like. The document is automatically saved in the document archive if that module is purchased. And in the document archive, the user can go back and view what he has done in the past, show his own documents, or view at all documents which have been created inside the company. Also, all information is stored in the statistics if that module is ordered, and in the statistics I can view how much I've sent in a certain period, how much I did in total, which UN numbers per class, per road. If I can export all this information to Excel if I like, and view all the information and get my management reporting, my state reporting if I have to do reports to governments or to other authorities. And that's basically how to create a document in DG Office.